Viewers, today was day 2 of S.I.R storm in Parliament, a fiery face-off between Home Minister Amit Shah and Leader of Opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, set the political stage ablaze. What started as Home Minister's final charge on Rahul Gandhi's vote chori claim ended up into a full-blown war of words and even a walkout by opposition leaders during the Home Minister's reply. Now, this heated exchange began when Rahul Gandhi dared Union Home Minister to hold a debate on his press conferences on the alleged irregularities on voter lists, to which Shah replied, "No one would dictate the order in which I would say things." Soon after, each of the Home Minister's statements were countered by ruckus, shouting and even disturbance. But amidst all of this, the Home Minister reminded Rahul Gandhi that it was Rajiv Gandhi who brought EVMs in. He also read out Indira Gandhi's track record on democracy and electoral integrity. And then came the line, exposing duplicity of Congress party on EVMs. But Rahul Gandhi didn't hold back. He challenged Home Minister and accused him of being defensive and fearful. But at the end, what did the opposition leaders do? They staged a walkout. Remember, this is the very discussion that opposition had demanded, insisted, protested for inside and outside the Parliament, even held many sessions to ransom. Listen in to the best of this particular debate.
Amit Shah ji, I challenge you to have a debate on the three press conferences.
Please. ठीक है, बैठ जाइए। विपक्ष के नेता महोदय कहते हैं कि पहले मेरी बात का आप जवाब दीजिए, मैं सुनना चाहता हूं। आपकी मुंसफी से संसद नहीं चलेगी। मेरे यहाँ बोलने का क्रम मैं तय करूंगा। वोट चोरी के 3 आयाम हैं। एक तो मतदाता नहीं है, मतलब योग्यता नहीं है, और आप वोटर बन जाते हो तो वोट चोरी माना जाएगा। दूसरा, आप गलत प्रकार से चुनाव जीतते हो तो वोट चोरी माना जाएगा। और तीसरा, जनादेश को डिफाई करते हो, मतलब वोट के विपरीत आप कोई पद प्राप्त कर लेते हो तो भी एक प्रकार से वोट चोरी होता है। अरे सुनो ना, क्यों जल्दबाजी करते हो मानिकम? क्यों? अब मैं 3 वोट चोरी की घटनाएं बताना चाहता हूं। सबसे पहली घटना हुई आजादी के बाद देश का प्रधानमंत्री तय करना था। तय कौन करना था? तो उस वक्त के जितने प्रांत थे, इसके कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष होने, उनके एक वोट से तय होना था। अब 28 वोट श्री सरदार पटेल को मिले और 2 वोट जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी को, और साहब प्रधानमंत्री जवाहरलाल जी बने। मान्यवर, दूसरे प्रकार की वोट चोरी और नैतिक तरीके से चुनाव जीते, ऐसी वोट चोरी भी भूतकाल में एक बार हुई थी। श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी रायबरेली से चुनी गई। इलाहाबाद हाईकोर्ट में श्री राजनारायण पहुंचे कि चुनाव नियमों के अनुसार नहीं हुआ। इलाहाबाद हाईकोर्ट ने ये तय कर दिया कि श्रीमती गांधी ने उचित तरीके से चुनाव नहीं जीता है, हम इसको रद्द कर दें। मान्यवर, ये भी वोट चोरी थी, बहुत बड़ी वोट चोरी थी। और उसके बाद में क्या हुआ? उसके बाद में वो वोट चोरी को ढकने के लिए संसद में कानून लाया कि प्रधानमंत्री के खिलाफ कोई केस ही नहीं हो सकता। मैं विपक्ष के नेता को कहना चाहता हूं, इम्यूनिटी की बात आप चुनाव आयोग की पूछ रहे हैं, इसका तो मैं जवाब दूंगा, इम्यूनिटी का। मगर ये इम्यूनिटी जो श्रीमती गांधी ने दी थी, इसके लिए आपका क्या कहना है? और उन्होंने तो स्वयं के लिए ले ली। तीसरी वोट चोरी का प्रकार मैंने बताया था कि योग्यता नहीं है और मतदाता बन जाना। अभी अभी एक वाद पहुंचा है, वाद मतलब डिस्प्यूट पहुंचा है दिल्ली की सिविल अदालत में। उसमें डिस्प्यूट ये है कि सोनिया गांधी जी इस देश की नागरिक बनने से पहले मतदाता बने। मान्यवर, मैंने इतना ही कहा है कि अदालत में केस चल रहा है जो फैक्चुअल है। अब जवाब तो उनको अदालत में देना है, सोनिया जी ने, यहां क्यों दे रहे हैं? अदालत में जवाब देना है। ये प्रेस में कोई सवाल पूछता है तो कहते हैं बीजेपी के एजेंट है। केस हारते हैं तो जज पर आरोप कर देते हैं, चुनाव हारते हैं तो ईवीएम पर आरोप करते हैं, ईवीएम की दलील अब गले नहीं उतरती तो वोट चोरी का मुद्दा लेकर आए, वोट चोरी का मुद्दा लेकर पूरा बिहार में यात्रा निकाली, फिर भी हार गए। अब हारने का कारण आपका नेतृत्व है, ये हारने का कारण ईवीएम और मतदाता सूची नहीं। और अगर ये मानते हैं मान्यवर, अगर ये मानते हैं कि इनको कोई पूछने वाला नहीं है, भगवान करे मैं गलत पड़ जाऊं, कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ता इनका हिसाब मांगेंगे। एक दिन कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ता इनका हिसाब मांगेंगे कि इतने चुनाव कैसे हार गए। मान्यवर, मैं अभी भी कहना चाहता हूं, SIR का विरोध करोगे तो बिहार की जगह बंगाल और तमिलनाडु में भी साफ। और मान्यवर, इन्होंने कहा कि वोट चोरी से जीतते हैं, वोट चोरी से नहीं जीते हैं। आपने सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक का विरोध किया इसलिए हम जीते, आपने एयर स्ट्राइक का विरोध किया इसलिए जीते हैं, आपने 370 हटाने का विरोध किया इसलिए जीते हैं, आपने राम मंदिर बनाने का विरोध किया इसलिए जीते हैं, आपने घुसपैठियों को हटाने का विरोध किया इसलिए जीते हैं, आपने CAA का विरोध किया इसलिए हम जीते हैं, आपने ट्रिपल तलाक हटाने का विरोध किया इसलिए जीते हैं, और आप 1 नेशन 1 इलेक्शन का विरोध कर रहे हो इसलिए हम फिर से जीते। मान्यवर, मैं अभी भी कहना चाहता हूं, SIR का विरोध करोगे तो बिहार की जगह बंगाल और तमिलनाडु में भी साफ।
All right, big breaking update coming in. In fact, as far as the vote chori row is concerned, the Election Commission sources are revealing to Times now that in response to what Rahul Gandhi has said about 1.2 lakh duplicate voters claim, he has said that there was no complaint from Rahul Gandhi that was filed earlier as well. Even now, if he wants action, he can lodge a complaint if he has the proof for such claims as well. That's the response coming in. Let's quickly open this up to Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of BJP. Also with us is Kapil Madan, advocate and political analyst. Kapil Madan, simple question. If Rahul Gandhi has proof of 1.2 lakh duplicate votes, he can go to the courts, he can go to the police, which is of course empowered to act in this case, and he can approach the Election Commission. But the EC says he makes these allegations, he has press conferences, he speaks in Parliament, but doesn't take appropriate legal action. You're a lawyer. Can you explain to us why?
So, Madhav, what happens is that you cannot be a judge and, you can't be a judge in your own case. It's a settled proposition of law. What Mr. Gandhi has done is he has given an elaborate empirical data to verify, to show that, yes, there appears to be some problem with the electoral list, and that's not a small problem. That was a huge problem. We saw how in, Bangalore, one of the constituency in Bangalore, Madhavpura was highlighted. He has also shown what has happened in Haryana, where a Brazilian model was shown in one particular booth at 100 different places. And, in the second press conference, Mr. Gandhi has also highlighted how systematically and how, with the use of certain IT tools, etc., the voters, deletions have happened.
Now, he's also been fact-checked on several of those claims. Kapil, I'm not disputing or getting into the facts of the claims that he has made. I'm simply asking, you rightly said, you can't be, you correctly said, you can't be the judge in your own case. If he doesn't want to go to the Election Commission, let him go to the Supreme Court. Let him file an election petition 45 days after an election. As in the case of Bihar, he can file an election petition and show that there's been an unfair election if he really wants to fix things.
Madhav, again, let me tell you that, in terms of law, you have statute of limitation and you can approach the court within the time which is prescribed under the law. So, I am just keeping that aside. What I am trying to argue here, and I will try to, tell your viewers, is that now you have a situation which does not have any explanation. At least I am happy to be corrected by you. I am happy to be corrected by Sanju. EC has not given any kind of, ED has not given any kind of an explanation to show how one particular, name appears in one particular.
Sanju Verma. Okay, Sanju Verma. It's on the onus on Election Commission. They've not explained the statute of limitations notwithstanding. Its onus is on EC. Please respond to Kapil.
Madhav, pointed response is this. Point number one, the Election Commission is a constitutional body under Article 324. Rahul Gandhi and the Darbari ecosystem cannot put the Election Commission in the dockyard, reckless and baseless allegations, and say, Jawabdehi Election Commission ki hai. If Rahul Gandhi has concrete proof, the law of the land convention dictates that Rahul Gandhi should knock on the doors of the court. The very fact that Rahul Gandhi refuses to approach the courts in the country showcases the fact that Rahul Gandhi's allegations are flimsy, baseless, and they reek of a loser mentality. A person who repeatedly loses elections and then blames the very institution that is upholding the democratic ethos of this nation. The second point I want to make very quickly, machine readable voter list. Why is the Election Commission not sharing that has been the constant refrain from Rahul Gandhi. So 2018-19 Kamal Nath versus the Election Commission of India, there is a judgment by no less than the Supreme Court which says that voter list, if it is in text mode, that is fine. There is no need for machine readable voter list because it compromises the privacy of voters, can be edited and tampered with. The second question pertaining to CCTV footage, the law of the land says CCTV footage can be stored only for 45 days, and this has been the case for more than the last 70 odd years. ये कोई rule Modi सरकार ने नहीं बनाया. But in case Rahul Gandhi or any of his darbaris feel that votes have been tampered with, then they can approach the court, and once the issue gets into litigation, then the CCTV footage can be stored for beyond 45 days.
Right.
So court का दरवाजा खटखटाइए, press conference पर रोना धोना बंद करिए. And my final point, please, just 10 seconds. ज्ञानेश कुमार बीजेपी के एजेंट हैं. ज्ञानेश कुमार बीजेपी के स्टूज हैं. I'm tired of hearing this. Cabinet Secretary in Rajiv Gandhi's government was a man called T.N. Seshan, who became the Chief Election Commissioner and was awarded the Raman Magsaysay Award. 10 seconds more, Madhav, please.
Well, this is all. I think Home Minister has referred to these points in detail. I don't want to repeat that. Let's stick to the major points of detail, Sanju Verma, because the Prime Minister has just put out a tweet as well on the issue of the Home Minister's reply. In Parliament, he said an outstanding speech by Home Minister Shri Amit Shah Ji. With concrete facts, he has highlighted diverse aspects of our electoral process, the strength of our democracy, and also exposed the lies of the opposition. Big words coming in from the Prime Minister himself. I want to bring in on that note, Kapil, because Kapil, 3 questions that Rahul Gandhi has asked. The specific answers came in from the Home Minister today on the issue of CJI being removed from the panel, also legal immunity given to the Election Commission, and hurry to destroy CCTV footage, which of course the 45-day limit has been referred to by Sanju Verma. Now, when the Home Minister was giving a reply to these 3 pointed questions of Rahul Gandhi, and he challenged the Home Minister to respond on these issues, why would the opposition walk out? Because this is an issue on which you've been disrupting Parliament. The opposition as a whole has been disrupting Parliament since quite some time. The previous session was almost a washout, and even the session before that.
So, Madhav, let me give you a very, very clear example. I ask a question here. When you have a Supreme Court judgment that says, there would be a panel that will select the election commissioner, why would you drop a chief justice from that panel when you have a Supreme Court detailed judgment detailing and giving reasons why that panel is required?
Did you hear the HM's reply today?
Hold on.
Did you hear HM's reply today? I'm asking you.
Let me respond. Madhav, I mean, I'll make a statement, you don't let me complete, and then you interrupt.
I'm asking you, did you hear HM's reply? I'm not saying you're right or wrong. Did you hear HM's reply?
No, yes, I have seen. So perhaps, you don't have any logic. In fact, when I was hearing the Honorable Home Minister, what he said that, why he is trying to say opposition is making this as an excuse because they are losing election. That's not true. And while saying so, what the Honorable Home Minister
Sir, I'm asking you about the pointed question that you made about removing the CJI. I believe the HM has answered that, but since you say that's still a point of contention, Sanju Verma, please respond. Why has the CJI been removed from the panel?
Madhav, I just want to say this. For the longest time, the CJI was appointed by the President on recommendations of the Prime Minister alone. Since 2023, it is not just the Prime Minister, but a 3-member committee headed by the Prime Minister. It will include a Union Cabinet Minister and also leader of the opposition and or in his absence, a senior member of the opposition. So by giving leader of the opposition a stake, a say in the appointment of the CEC, the Modi government is far from being authoritarian. But was Indira Gandhi authoritarian? Was Nehru authoritarian? Was Rajiv Gandhi authoritarian? Was Manmohan Singh, aka proxy government of Sonia
Gandhi? I just want to end by saying what the Home Minister specifically stated is this, that there was a court judgment, you're absolutely right, in which CJI was heading the panel, but they said in that very judgment, where the CJI was included in the selection panel, that this is until the time that the centre comes up with a law. The centre came up with a law with a different panel, and therefore whether this is really a valid argument is a question that arises from the Home Minister's reply in Parliament. We'll have to leave it there. Sanju Verma and Kapil Madan. Not the last time we've heard of vote chori controversy, unfortunately. Of course, it's resounded in Parliament today. How will we see things go forward from here is what we need to watch out for. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.